Pastor Mike here. I want to talk about the fourth horseman of the apocalypse today. He's written about in Revelation chapter 6, verse 7 and 8. It reads, "When he opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, 'Come.' And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed him. And they were given authority over a fourth of the earth, to kill with sword, and with famine, and with pestilence, and by wild beasts of the earth." And so we have the description of the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. Now, as I've already said in the first, second, and third horsemen of the apocalypse videos, each of the four horsemen who correspond with the opening of the first four seals in Revelation chapter 6 have been riding, as it were, in judgment and wreaking havoc since the time of Christ's ascension, and will continue to do so up until the time of Christ's second coming. I've also mentioned the progression of the four horsemen as they're revealed. They work in tandem. Each is an outflow of what the previous horseman symbolically represents. Lastly, I would like to emphasize that these are the overall conditions on planet Earth in the end times. And it's true as we can see it happening over the entirety of the 2,000 years of the church age. The rider on the white horse, tyranny. The rider on the red horse, war. The rider on the black horse, famine, have not been the exception among humankind, but the rule. Which brings us to the fourth rider, who is part and parcel with them all. He's described as riding a pale horse, and then we're plainly given his name, Death, with Hades following. He's authorized to choke the very life out of a fourth of the earth via sword, famine, pestilence, and wild beasts. In his popular commentary on the book of Revelation, Dr. Lewis Brighton says it this way: "At the end of the day, or at the end of an era of such hardship brought on through tyranny, war, and famine, the only victor visible to the human eye is death, attended by the grave. So when the fourth seal is opened, John sees the ghostly green horse and the one sitting upon it, whose name was Death. The grim reaper fells his harvest, and as he is followed by his attendant, the grave receives the gleanings of this horseman and of the three preceding horsemen." Dr. Brighton goes on, "The rider on the ghostly green horse symbolically demonstrates that death is the result of the tyranny, the bloodshed, and the famine of the first three horsemen, and that death together with the grave reigns on this earth." Dr. Brighton concludes, "Throughout the whole time period covered by this first sevenfold vision in Revelation 6, from Christ's ascension to his return, at any given moment, a fourth of Earth's population may be dying because of the sword, famine, diseases, and the wild animals of the earth." And so we have the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. He's an outflow of the first horseman, tyranny, the second horseman, war, the third horseman, famine. He symbolizes death and Hades that follows him. Theirs is a worldwide impact and reign.
He gives me love